Let's dive right into this explainer and unpack a really fascinating growing trend: solo traveling in nature. With the constant social demands, the endless pings of notifications, and just the overall exhaustion of the urban hustle, people are actively searching for a deeply personal escape. So today, we're looking at an experience that offers not just breathtaking scenery, but a profound opportunity to reconnect with who you really are when all that modern noise finally fades away. There is this beautiful concept that truly captures the heart of this: finding silence in nature as a way to know yourself. Nature is fast becoming the ultimate intimate escape for so many of us. Think about it. When you step onto an untrodden path completely alone, without a single person to ask for directions or validation, something kind of magical happens. You get this expansive space to build your independence and, maybe for the first time in a very long time, truly trust your own instincts. It's self-reliance in its absolute purest form. To really master this experience, we're going to break it down into 4 quick parts: escaping the hustle, physical and mental preparation, the 6 essential pieces of gear you need, and finally, ethics and responsibility. Let's kick things off with part 1, escaping the hustle and finding that quiet space. We so often think a big group vacation is the perfect remedy for burnout. But let's be real for a second. Group dynamics can actually be exhausting. You're constantly compromising, juggling schedules, and well, the trees aren't going to argue with you about where to eat dinner. Solo traveling provides this incredibly intimate, flexible alternative. It offers a massive runway for deep reflection and a level of absolute freedom that a crowded city or even a fun group trip simply cannot provide. Moving right along to part 2, physical and mental preparation, because out there, safety depends entirely on you. And here is the hard truth: solo travel is absolutely not a casual walk in the park. You have to intensely study your location beforehand because the challenges vary wildly. I mean, if you're hiking a volcanic trail, you're dealing with treacherous, slippery rock structures. But head into a tropical rainforest, your main obstacle becomes deep, exhausting mud. Plus, the weather in these environments can literally turn on a dime, going from perfectly sunny to severe in just minutes. You have to know exactly what you're walking into. So how exactly do you prepare for all that? Well, first, build up some stamina through consistent physical exercise before you go, even if it's just aggressively taking the stairs every day. Mentally, you need to prepare to face doubt and fatigue completely alone without a buddy there to cheer you on. And most importantly, this is absolutely crucial: rigorous risk mitigation. You must always unconditionally inform someone of your exact route and your estimated time of return. But even if you've done all that prep, and even with the most advanced smartphones sitting in our pockets, we have to ask ourselves a pretty scary question. What happens when you're deep in the wild and the cellular signal just completely drops? Because honestly, it almost certainly will. And that's exactly why manual navigation is a total lifesaver. You need to know how to read a physical map and use a traditional compass. Understanding natural signs and recognizing wind direction, these aren't just cool party tricks. They provide a vital foundational sense of security. When the GPS fails, your own knowledge is literally the only thing guiding you back home. Okay, part 3, the 6 essential gears. Let's dig into your survival arsenal. The absolute foundation of this arsenal is your backpack. For a standard 1 to 3 day trip, you're going to want a 40 to 50 liter carrier. And here's the real trick: focus heavily on the quality of the back padding and the waist belts. Remember, you can't hand off half your gear to a friend. You are carrying the entire burden of your survival alone, so ergonomic comfort is completely non-negotiable. Next up is your shelter. Going with an ultralight tent is a real game changer because it protects you from severe wind and rain while keeping your overall pack weight down, which keeps you mobile. Paired with that, a proper sleeping bag is essential. Up in the mountains, temperatures can drop drastically, and suddenly, the second the sun goes down. A warm sleeping bag is the only thing standing between you and a freezing, downright dangerous night. And honestly, your clothing is your armor against those unpredictable elements. Sudden rain? You need an easily accessible raincoat. Cold, biting wind? That demands a high-quality windproof jacket. Since you don't have a partner to borrow dry clothes from if you mess up and get soaked, packing these specific windproof and waterproof layers is your only true defense against hypothermia. You've got to be 100% self-sufficient. Then we have Category 4, your basic survival kit. Listen, never ever underestimate these tools. A fire starter can literally be your only source of warmth and morale when everything is damp. A pocket knife is incredibly versatile for fixing gear or prepping food. And an emergency whistle, that is your only voice if you get injured or face an unpredictable emergency. A whistle cuts through the noise of a forest way better than your voice ever could. Wrapping up the gear with categories 5 and 6, it's all about fuel and hydration. Setting up some complex camp kitchen is really difficult and time-consuming when you're flying solo, so rely on dense, practical energy foods like granola bars or instant meals. For water, folding water bottles are fantastic for saving space, and always carry water purification tablets. Clean water sources are never a guarantee, but those tablets ensure you have safe hydration no matter where you are.
Finally, Part 4, Ethics and Responsibility. Respecting the wild.
This really comes down to the unspoken contract we make with the nature that heals us. True respect for the wilderness means leaving absolutely no trace of your presence behind. Pack out every single piece of trash, avoid damaging the local flora, and strictly follow the conservation rules. It's a moral responsibility that ensures these silent, beautiful sanctuaries actually survive for the next solo traveler seeking peace. So, I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder as we wrap up this explainer. We've talked about how the noise of the city drives us away, and we've walked through the intense mental, physical, and material preparation it takes to survive out there on your own. Armed with the right gear, the right mindset, and a deep respect for nature, are you finally ready to step into the wild completely alone, face that silence, and discover who you truly are? Take that question with you today.